Thanks for joining us here on Indivisible. I'm your host, John Stubbins. We're thrilled to have you with us, America. As always, this is a show where we put God, family, and country first. We will always tell you the truth because that's what matters. Real quick, I want to get to our partners here. Hunt the Vote, Folds of Honor, My Pillow, Old Glory Bank, Hunter Nation. By the way, that's hunternation.org, huntthevote.org. My Pillow, you can use Indivisible as your promo code. You'll get 50% up to 66% off your order. Again, Pursuit Up, Hunt Channel, First Hour for Men, Dave Bray, Set Apart Farms, and Isaac Law Firm. We're going to take a quick commercial break and we'll be right back with an amazing guest. You don't want to miss it.
The Isaac Law Firm, protecting men in family court.
By now, you've all heard me talk about Mike and his great products. Well, guess what? Mike's now introduced his My Pillow, My Slippers, which are fantastic. Great on my feet, soft as can be. I love them. Mike's taken over 2 years to develop these slippers. He's designed them to wear indoor or outdoor all day, all night long. Made with My Pillow foam and impact gel to help prevent fatigue. Made with quality leather suede. For a limited time, Mike is offering 40% off his new My Slippers. The My Slippers are so comfortable, you're going to want to get them for the whole family. Go to mypillow.com and click on the radio listener square and use promo code Indivisible. You'll also get deep discounts on all My Pillow products, including the Giza Dream bed sheets, the My Pillow mattress topper, and My Pillow towel sets. Or call 1-800-716-4639 and enter Indivisible as your promo code.
And we are back, folks. I want to bring on my next guest, Sheriff AJ Lauderback. He is running for Texas House District 30, and we are thrilled to have him on the show. How you doing down there in Texas, sir?
Doing well, sir. Doing well, sir. Thanks for having me.
Oh, we're thrilled to have you. Look, I know there's a lot of things we want to talk about, but number one, I want to salute my brother for the United States Air Force. Glad to have another veteran on the show. And where were you stationed at, by the way?
I went to Pete Peterson Field. When I first got out, when I left Lackland, was stationed at Peterson Field. And then I did several other little short tours at different places. And then I came back to Kelly Field in San Antonio, where I served out the remainder of my active duty.
Nice, very nice. And I know that you're a farmer. I know you have a lot of land down there in Texas, and you're a Gulf Coast guy, Corpus Christi area, Houston area. That's your kind of your stomping grounds there.
Right in the middle, not between the two.
Between the two. And you were sheriff for 5 terms, is that right?
That's correct.
In that area?
Yes, sir.
How did that go?
Right there in the middle.
How'd that go for you?
Went very well. When I beat the incumbent, I had all my other terms where I was unopposed.
Well, 5 terms. How long is one term? 4 years?
4 years. Okay,
so that's 20 years of being sheriff down there. You've obviously, just like I'm paying attention, you're paying attention. I'm sure you've noticed a lot of change over the last 20 years, especially with that border.
Yes, sir. It's the worst we've ever seen here. But when I started as my first term as sheriff, we knew we had a problem then in 2005 because one constant that we always had when I started this business in 1978, and when we always had one constant, and that was the cartel operation into Houston. Houston now, of course, is the #1 human trafficking hub in the nation, and a true hub for narcotics all across the southern half of the United States.
Well, and not only that, I talk to my friend Ken Paxton about this all the time. Houston is, as far as election crimes go, Houston is the worst in the state.
Yes, sir.
I mean, it's terrible. It just makes you wonder, how do people get away with continuing to get elected down in that Houston area the way that they're running things? You would think that people would have thrown them out by now.
Well, when you have an ideology takeover like they have Houston, you can expect some of these problems to manifest themselves. And in the Houston area, I think the election integrity laws that Texas passed in the last 2 sessions really helped out, because we had a mayoral election by Senator Whitmire.
I saw that.
Was in that race. A good friend of mine, the chairman of the criminal justice system in the Senate. And of course, he was really
glad. I'm so glad that it went that way.
Yes.
Because nobody wanted Jackson Lee. That's for doggone sure.
I'm sure that Houston would have become just another Chicago if that took place.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And look, over the 20 years and dating back to the 70s when you got into this business, I'm sure you've seen, the advancement, not only in the human trafficking and the drugs, but just crime in general, how it's gotten out of control. And I don't know if you see this a lot down in the Houston area or all the way to the Corpus Christi area, but these smash and grabs where these gangs will go into these department stores and 100 of them will fly in there and loot the place, and they're out within a minute. Are you seeing that down there?
No, we don't have it as bad as California and some of the other states do. We still have some degree of prosecution here in our state, and we are producing and electing some quality prosecutors who are actually prosecuting criminals. And we're more than happy to house them in the county jails. So we haven't seen that, but we're seeing a rise in crime that's exponential to the Biden administration's policies on the border.
Absolutely.
One of the real concerns that I think Texas and the rest of the nation has to do is, you can't bring 8 million people in there who have had no background checks, and you don't really know who they are. They're the name that we pretty much have to accept the name that they give us when they come into the country. So we don't know if that's an accurate or a fraudulent name. So we may have 1 million people in our country now who are cartel operatives or intent on criminal behavior, whether it's drunk driving, whether it's thefts, whether it's assault,
carjacking, whatever.
Crimes are occurring here. I mean, we just had a horrific murder here of a 16-year-old girl here about 6 weeks ago by an illegal alien. So that was in Jackson County that occurred. So I get reports every day and text messages every day about the crime caused by the illegal alien contingent here in this country.
Yes, sir. And look, we're working on a pretty big investigation down there, and at some point, I'd like to get with you and do a security briefing to show you some things that you're probably going to want to see. I want to get a little bit back into your history, though, because, folks, just so you know, again, Sheriff Lauderback is running for House District 30 down in Texas. This is very important that we win this seat, and I want everybody just to take a moment. It only takes a couple minutes out of your day. I want you to visit ajlouderback.com, and it's scrolling at the bottom of my screen here. Ways that you can get in contact with AJ and maybe join the campaign and give him your endorsement, help fundraise, knock on doors, whatever needs to happen, how he needs your help. But you can also reach him on Twitter at Lauderback AJ, and Facebook, Sheriff AJ Lauderback 4HD30. Again, that's all scrolling at the bottom of the screen. Sheriff, look, you ran for Congress before, correct?
That's correct.
When did you last run?
2 years ago.
2 years ago. Okay. Was that U.S. Congress?
Yes, that was
okay.
U.S. Congress.
Okay. Who did you run against in that race?
That was Congressman Michael Cloud that I ran against. And, it was out of just sheer frustration on what we couldn't get done on the border at all. And I knew what was coming. I knew that when Biden was pronounced the winner of the election, I knew exactly what he was going to do. And he is delivered in spades. He is truly delivered on open border and all the chaos that comes with that.
Well, if you know the guys I work with, Tom Holman, Jason Jones, Border 911, we work tirelessly and constantly trying to expose what's going on down at that border. And believe me, our work never stops. Yeah. Just every day, as you know. Look, we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back with Sheriff AJ Lauderback.
Here's to the overlooked, the overworked, the underappreciated. Here's to the fighters to preserve our freedom, our liberty, our rights, our faith. Here's to the workers, the farmers, the first responders, and those who serve so bravely in our military. Here's to Americans who proudly hold tight to our values: God, privacy, freedom of speech, life and liberty. Here's to the patriots who love this country and everything it stands for, who should never be canceled for believing in America and the blessings of liberty. Finally, there's a bank for you, Old Glory Bank, named after the flag that represents the fabric of this great country and the people of Old Glory Nation, the engine of America. Now you have a bank that values your values. Now you have a bank that stands with you, no matter where you stand. Old Glory Bank. We stand with you.
Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Indivisible with John Stubbins is proud to support my friends Jim and Angela Holland and Set Apart Farms.
Faith-led and family-driven, we're doing things a better way for veterans and their families. For all the ways to get involved, go to setapartfarms.org.
And we are back with Sheriff AJ Lauderback. Again, he is running for House District 30 in the great state of Texas, which is a loving friend of mine. I'm in Texas a lot, as everybody knows. Just got back from there and spent some time with Sid Miller and Ken Paxton down there. And we're going to be heading back down to spend some time with our brother Ted Nugent and a couple other guys. Got to see my friend Carter Page while I was down there, which I'm excited about. Real quick, Sheriff, you also worked for the land commissioner. I know that that's a big part of your history and Borderlands, right?
Yes, sir.
How long were you with that department, and what was your job? What did it entail?
Well, I had just started. I worked for Commissioner, the land commissioner, Dawn Buckingham, for about 7 months, and as her border czar and as her border liaison, to keep her informed about what's going on. Texas, we've got about 13 million acres that are under the control of the land commissioner.
Sure.
And a lot of that is down the border. And a lot of these properties are in one section, one piece of property alone is slap dab in the middle of the most dangerous, most violent area on the entire southern border. And it's called Fronton Island. And we've got running gun battles daily and nightly there, right across from the border. And this land belongs to Texas now. And we undertook an operation to clear that land of all vegetation, reduce it to a sandy soil, and put concertina wire on it and secure it. And it had not been until Dawn took over as land commissioner. It was not Texas property. So it's about 170 acres that was not Texas property. And she went through the legal process, and it's now part of Texas. And it's now under control with concertina wire. It's now surveilled. And, now we have control where the Border Patrol has never, 30 plus years, they've never had control of this area. It's isolated, it's remote, and it is a stash ground for weapons, incendiary devices, grenades. You have to know something about this area, but
Sure.
The cartels fear no one except a rival gang, a rival cartel. And, there's been a war going on down there for about 4.5, 5 months now between Cartel de Noreste and Cartel de Golfo, the Gulf Cartel. And so they're fighting for land and property and ingress rights into Texas. It's very profitable. They have an articulate business model that brings in a lot of money, and they're very efficient at what they do. And they're very violent, and so these are just some of the things that our Texas population can look forward to. The growth of the cartels is phenomenal on what they've been able to accomplish in 3 short years of these policies from the Biden administration, and it is catastrophic on what we're facing here in this country with 8 million in the country, and all the chaos that goes along with that.
Yeah, or more, right?
Or more.
You think about the gotaways. We talk about the gotaways all the time for Border 911, and people don't even factor that in. It's like, yes, a lot of them are the cartels, but there are others from these 109 different countries, and some of them are from the Middle East. And
I kind of term it as the unknowns,
sure,
because these are educated guesses, and they're born about with some evidence of footprints and sightings and so forth that they can do, but they're not exact. It's really an unknown. There are plenty that come through under cartel operations that are never seen. They may be encountered by law enforcement in the interior, going to Houston, become involved in bailouts and different things over here. But this number alone, and these are the people that we should be concerned about.
Oh yes,
here in Texas and in the U.S., because these are known cartel operatives, and the people that are coming into the United States, and they don't want to be identified.
Well, of course they don't. That's the last thing that they want.
Yep.
And look, Biden every day is trying to crack down on everything that Texas tries to do. So every move that Texas takes, Biden cracks down on it, trying to stop it, because he wants those illegals and those unknowns and those gotaways to just flourish, because that's what they want. They want Marxism. They want chaos. They want crime. So, he wants to flip Texas blue. Of course he's going to do that. He hates people like us. If you're a patriot, you're not in his repertoire. You're not on his good list. I guarantee you that.
No, I think this behavior is criminal.
Oh, absolutely.
There are many individuals that feel like it's criminal behavior. It's lawlessness to a point in this country we have never experienced before. On an administration that will take the steps necessary to do what he has done is it's not just impeachable. These are criminal actions that are resulting in death. These are deaths that are occurring regularly. I mean, these are horrific deaths that are occurring of Texas citizens in the United States. I mean, they're Americans. This is an American problem. There doesn't have any room for Republican or Democrat. What he has done to this country in the last 3 years since he took office from day one has been to dismantle the border intentionally.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Everything of this is completely by design. They intend to do this, and they intend to put you in harm's way. It doesn't matter. I guarantee you could line up 10,000 dead Americans or Texans, in a line, and they wouldn't stop what they're doing right now.
No. It's completely planned. It's been part of their plan. This goes back to the Obama administration. Yeah. This is nothing new. This has been designed and in the works for a long time. Everybody knows this. Let me ask you this, Sheriff, because this is very important. What are your constituents saying to you on the ground down there? Do they feel this? Are they seeing this?
Well, a couple of months ago when I started this campaign, the day I announced something is coming, it's kind of, when you look at priorities of a candidate and you're looking for qualifications of a candidate, and you ask your voters in this is a 6-county district that House District 30 is part of. And so when you go from one county on the end to the other county on the other end and all parts in between, and you ask them what their priorities are, it's border by a large margin.
Sure.
And then we have some school issues here in Texas that we're going through. We've got property tax issues as a property tax state, which comes up every session. And of course, we've got our farmers have our farmers need some work. We've got water issues here in Texas. We just have a lot of things that are going on. But overall, there is no question that our people in Texas are concerned about their safety and what's being done to save this country, from the illegal aliens and the policies that he's brought.
Well, not only that, but it's hard to take care of things like farmland and water when you don't have safety, right?
Yeah.
You got to have safety first, or you can't go to step 2. So I hope that Brother Sid Miller is working with you pretty closely, and I'm sure that he is down there to help you guys.
Yes, he is. Sid Miller is a consummate Texan.
He's a patriot.
He's a clear patriot. Without any problem. I mean, he is for what's right. And the thing I like about Sid is you get a level of honesty that you don't get with all politicians.
Amen.
And one of my claims on this campaign is trust. You can put my law enforcement career, you can put my career at the Texas sessions, which are every other year on the odd number of years. And I have worked those sessions since 2005 all the way to 2023, every one. That's 20 years worth of working the Texas legislative system.
Well, I can tell you this, Sheriff, you've got our endorsement from this show. Proud to endorse you and look forward to having you back.
Yes, sir.
To get an update from you. And I'll definitely let Sid know that I spoke with you.
Yes, sir.
Everybody, again, make sure you go to the website and do it now. It'll only take a couple minutes. AJLauderback.com. And if you're looking for him on social media, again, Sheriff AJ Lauderback campaign. And then for Twitter, @Lauderback AJ. Facebook, Sheriff AJ Lauderback or HD30. Want to thank you again, Sheriff, for coming on the show. God bless you and your family. And God bless you.
God bless Texas. God bless you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you. We're going to take a commercial break. We'll be right back.
Hunter Nation is the ultimate we the people in the conservation community, holding our elected employees accountable to the hunting, fishing, trapping, freedom lifestyle that has brought wildlife back to the healthiest and most thriving condition in our lifetime. HunterNation.org. is the epicenter for freedom and wildlife conservation in America. I am Hunter Nation.
You guys, we do have the MyPillow 2.0 or 2.0, MyPillow 2.0, the best pillow in 20 years. We've improved on the best sleep ever, and use that promo code Indivisible. Indivisible.
Yes, sir.
And if you use that, it's a buy one, get one free.
Thanks for staying with us, folks. That was Sheriff AJ Lauderback, our guest tonight from the beautiful area of Corpus Christi, Texas, all the way up to Houston. That's his stomping grounds, and that's where he has been sheriff for 5 terms and working in the business since the 70s. But now he is running for, again, Texas House District 30. Make sure you support him. We need every patriot we can get, and that includes Texas. It's been a great show, great evening. We're just very honored that you would take the time to stay with us and get informed, not only on candidates, but everything that's going around the country, including the border. We love you, folks, and God bless you. God bless your families, and God bless America. We'll see you next week.
Fans up in this house tonight. Well, here's a burning thing, and it's made of fiery rain. Well, bound side, I feel into real fire. Y'all may sing it, say I fell into the burning fire. Down, and the flames went out, and it burn, ring of fire. Y'all sing it till the car. Let me hear it. Say we'll take what is sweet, and hearts like our feet. I feel for it like a child. Oh, and fire the wild. Here we go. Into the burning of fire. Went down, and the flames went out. And it burn, ring of fire, ring of fire. Play the guitar, son. This is our country. Do not forget who you are. Do not forget what your DNA is as an American. Do not forget it for one damn second. We stand on the shoulders of greats, and we're the next great set of shoulders. Can I get a hell yeah out of this crowd one time? Here's some Charlie Daniels. People say I'm no good, crazy as a loon. I get up in the morning, get down in the afternoon. Kinda like my old blue chick hound, I like a bed round in the shade. And I ain't got no money, but a damn sure body's big. And I ain't asking nobody for nothing if I can't get it on my own. If you don't like the way I'm living, say just here it comes. get last and you're still stuck behind your mask and I'm offended. You're offended, yeah, let's all get offended tonight. I'll order us a beer, we can sit down right here, screaming, yelling, cussing, fussing, fine. Passing out $100 bills and the kills and the thrill, like a horns on my Silverado grill. High by the bar, triple round the crowd. Everybody's getting down in that town. It ain't never gonna be the same. Y'all see it. I said, oh, right to the city. I made a lot of news. All the girls down to the river. Riding up and down the way. I was stepping up and the girls said, say oh, if tomorrow all the things were gone, I'd worked for all my life, and I had to start again with just my children and my wife. Thank my lucky stars to be living here today, 'cause our flag still stands for freedom, and they can't take that away. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the U.